Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to Come Grow Spiritually with me, my tarot series. Today we're just going to get right into it. Yesterday I spent a lot of time with my tarot cards. I was visiting my bestie, and I brought my cards with me just on a whim, and I thought, maybe she's interested. And she was. So we did a very lovely card pull for her. And then we did a card pull for our upcoming trip to Jamaica and the energy surrounding it. And it was beautiful, as was her reading. And then we even talked her husband into doing a reading. So it was quite a day of tarot. Anyways, I'm not 100% sure what he thought, but he didn't think we were out there, I guess is the word I want to use. All right, so I'm just going to do a general daily guidance, 5-card pull. So I'm just going to ask Source, what is the energy surrounding me today, and how can I align with my highest path? And I'm going to ask for 5 cards. Position 1 is going to be like my current energy. 2 is going to be my main lesson or focus for today. 3 will be the challenge or the block. 4 will be the guidance and advice. And 5 will be the outcome or blessing. All right, so let's see what we get today. All right, so we pulled the 8 of Swords, the Judgment card, the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the 4 of Wands. Let's get into the message. All right, so in position number 1, the current energy, we pulled the 8 of Swords. And the 8 of Swords is about mental blocks, limiting beliefs, feeling trapped, and a need for a different perspective. So essentially, she's all wrapped up. She's trapped in this own prison, but it's a prison of her own making. So this card is suggesting that there's overthinking going on, or that I'm feeling confined by self-imposed fears or expectations. And the 8 of Swords is reminding me that it's a trap in my mind and not reality. And that freedom begins when I shift my perspective and trust with clarity and allow myself to flow. And that will help loosen the grip on control. So again, if you've watched my videos, you know control is one of the things. Controlling outcomes, controlling the situation is something that I've been working on releasing and letting go. I've made a lot of progress. Like, I 100% trust the universe. I 100% know that the goals that I'm working towards are going to work out. But I still feel like I need to control how they're going to work out, or how I'm going to get from here to there. And so that creates a mental prison inside of me. And so that I need to release that expectation. I need to be softer and kinder to myself when I write a to-do list for the day. On the goals that I'm, like, on my to-do list stuff, because it doesn't need to happen right away. Like, I want results now. And that's part of wanting to control, because if I feel like if I can control like how the road unfolds, I can get to the destination quicker. And I gotta remove that. So I agree with this card. I didn't at first when I pulled it, and I did my research and looked at it, and I was like, nah, I didn't agree with it. Okay, then Judgment was card number 2, which is the main focus or lesson for today. And it's about awakening, renewal, higher calling, and forgiveness. So spiritual awakening is stirring within me. And I know this. I know I'm on this path. I'm so grateful for the spiritual awakening. But again, it's a progress. It's continual. It's happening all the time as we speak. The journey is not linear. Like, there's forward momentum, there's stagnation, there's a couple step backwards, right? So again, I'm being called to release this old limitation of needing to control with the 8 of Swords, and to just step into my purpose and flow. So to trust that intuition, to be kinder and softer to myself, that to-do lists are not necessarily the way that I'm going to achieve what I'm looking for. They're helpful, they're good, they keep me motivated, but they can't have so much focus in my life. I think that the Judgment card is encouraging me to have some reflection and release. Like, reflection and release. And to forgive myself. So not reflection and release. So I need to be mindful and give myself time and space to reflect on what this mental prison is and this release of control is. And when I notice it and it's happening, I need to release it. And then I need to forgive myself for falling back into that old pattern or behavior or thought process, because it's so ingrained in me, and I'm making a lot of progress and I've done a lot of work, but it's still there. It's still there, and it's going to be, because I've carried it all my life. So I shouldn't be hard on myself. And I shouldn't be hard on myself when I don't get what I want done, checked off my to-do list. Because that's old me. That's old way of thinking, Pam. And I need to reflect on that, release it, and not carry any guilt or shame about it. Yeah. Okay, I think that's what my message is. Next, we have the challenge or the block, and we have the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is about impulsiveness, restlessness, and passion without direction. The Knights rush in. The Knights are like off, right? They get an idea, or they get like, we're fighting these people over there, and the Knight hops on their horse and off they go. No plan, no thought process. So the challenge is that my fiery drive and enthusiasm, they're strong. But the challenge today is to channel my energy wisely. I need to avoid burnout or acting too quickly. And I need to focus on my passion towards meaningful action that supports my long-term vision rather than fleeting inspiration. So again, this comes back to like feeling like I need to check a bunch of stuff off my to-do list, or feeling like I get a thought or a download and then feeling like I need to jump on it right away. I need to stop and reflect and channel my energy and my passion wisely and appropriately into the right channels that are working towards my long-term vision. Okay, so guidance or advice, the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is about confidence, magnetism, creativity, and leadership. So I am being advised to step into my divine power. And the Queen of Wands is reminding me that I am capable, radiant, and magnetic. I need to let confidence and authenticity lead my actions today. And when I stand in self-belief, opportunities naturally gravitate towards me. So this is fair. This is fair. I spent part of this morning while I was having my mindful coffee trying to determine what on my to-do list I was going to do, or what steps I could be taking today to move my goals forward. And that leads me to self-doubt, because I'm like, I want to see results. I want to see action. And so when I don't see it right away, or I feel like stagnant where I'm not really sure what the next steps are on the goal, I go back into those old patterns of belief and thinking where I'm just like, maybe I'm wasting my time. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Maybe I should. Maybe I don't have what it takes to help people find their healing and connect to their spirituality and return to their authentic self. Like, maybe I'm not supposed to do this work. So I'm being reminded that when I step out of that and embrace my magnetism and my authenticity and my confidence, when I move through the world and the day from that perspective, that is what attracts and leads to the opportunities that I'm looking for. Okay. And for the outcome and blessings, we pulled the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands is about celebration, stability, joy, and community. This is what I am striving and working towards. I want celebration. And I do want to be celebrated because, listen, I do. But I also want celebration for everybody that's there with me and around me. I want to create celebration. I want people to celebrate who they are and celebrate themselves and their path and the work they've done and their accomplishments, and just not even just accomplishments, right? I want people to celebrate just being. And I want stability. I want to feel stable and secure. I want to wake up every morning knowing that everyone around me is provided for, and we're safe and we're stable, and that can't be taken away from us. Joy. I so want joy. I have so much joy in my life. Don't get me wrong. But I'm always open to more joy. And I want to spread the joy, and I want to share the joy, and I want everyone around me to feel joy. And again, I recognize that it's not possible for us to feel joy all the time, because life has a balance, right? We can't know joy if we don't know sorrow. Do you know what I'm saying? So I know that life ebbs and flows that way. And community. God, I'm so desperately wanting community. I'm wanting spiritual community. I'm wanting to connect with my community in my neighborhood, and community with my friends. And like, I want that. I want to return to the old way of life. I really do. I want to turn to that old way of life centuries ago, where we lived in communities where we all worked together with the goal of providing for the community, right? No more of this individual bullshit, which I frankly believe has eroded our society for years and years and years, and why we are where we are today. I want us to come back to that sense of like, we work together for the collective good of all, right? Today we work for the collective good of a few elites and mega corporations, right? I want us to work together and love together and share together and have ceremony together and, you know, share sorrow together. Like, I want to go back to that old way of life where community was community, where you knew each other, you helped each other. You had the hunters that went and hunted for the food, and then you had the people that prepared the food, and then you had the people that like did the building. You had the people that led spiritual ceremonies. We gathered together to celebrate everything in the community and to share in the suffering of the community. And we had rituals and like it. We built together, we shared together, we had time and socializing and like parties, and I don't know how to describe it, but we did it together as a community. And it wasn't just about being productive, right? We embraced nature. We lived in harmony with. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I want. That's what I want to go back to. And I want to build that again on a level that's possible in our current situation. I mean, we can't just like take a society off into the woods and like build a society. Or maybe somebody can, and good for you, right? But I want to come back more to that traditional way of that interconnectedness, that working together for a shared goal of for all, right? I want to build a community where people can come and heal and share and learn and grow and celebrate together. Those are my dreams. That's what I want with my business plan of my wellness center, and eventually a retreat center. That's why I share all my stuff, because I want to help build community that way and help people find that joy and that celebration and that stability back in their life. Okay. The message I'm being told from this card is that I need to keep following my heart and trust that my gifts are bringing harmony and celebration. I really just have to trust that it's happening. It's happening behind the scenes. I can't see it happening. I don't have to worry about followers or numbers. And that the Four of Wands is signaling that success, support, and gratitude, a moment of joy and stability after growth. That I am aligning with my tribe, my purpose, and my peace. And just because it's not happening like this, I have to believe and trust that it is happening. And this card is a reminder that it is. And that this will be the outcome if I can continue to walk away from those limiting beliefs and patterns of needing to control, of needing to know the path and make it happen right away, of self-doubt. And if I can step into my confidence and move forward, I'm going to be okay. All right. So the overall message is that I am continuing to move away from mental restrictions into spiritual liberation. And that my passion and power are guiding me forward towards stability and joyful foundation. Today's message is about breaking free from doubt and standing proudly in my truth. The universe is confirming that my fire and purpose are ready to shine. And so that's all I need to remember today. All right. So that's today's reading. I appreciate it. I feel like it was a little disjointed today, but this is like truly how I process through my daily reading. And so I share it all with you. So there you have it. This is me. Unapologetically who I am, what I do. The good, the bad, the ugly. Yeah, anyways. Okay. So for my engagement question today that I am trying to bring in, because again, this is about creating community, I'm asking you all to share with me, what area of your life do you feel called to free yourself from today? A thought, a fear, an old story. Please go ahead and share it all with us in the comments. It helps those of us, your share helps build community, and it helps those of us that may be stuck and struggling to, give ourselves a little bit more time and space to see if we can connect with what we're being called to free for ourselves today. And you encourage somebody else, and likely most of us are going to read your comment, and we're going to send energy your way to help you in breaking that cycle. So that's the other additional benefit, right? Every comment, every time you engage, helps create that community where we support each other, we learn from each other, and we grow together. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a very blessed day.